Come down to the Wrestling Guy store. Find your favorite WWE action figures and favorite WWE Superstars t-shirts. We also host meet and greets where you can meet some of your favorite wrestlers. The Wrestling Guy store is located at 6085 State Street, Huntington Park, California. Or you can follow us online at our website, thewrestlingguystore.com, or on social media, such as Instagram, at The Wrestling Guy Store.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Junior Podcast. And today I have a very special guest, Santino Brothers wrestler, Slice Boogie.
What up? You already know what it is, man.
And we are coming to you from the Wrestling Guy store in Huntington Park, California. So now let's get on to the podcast here. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Coming from a seminar against Santino Brothers?
After this, we got to do a seminar, yeah. I'm just coming from home. I'm being lazy. Being real lazy.
Okay, well, I can start it here. When you were younger, were you a fan of wrestling?
Yeah, I've been watching wrestling since like I was a baby. So my brother's 8 years older than me, and he always had wrestling on since I was born. Like, it was always on TV. So I've been watching it since I can remember.
Okay, so who were you a fan of?
Favorite of all time, Undertaker. He's a favorite wrestler of all time. And when I got a little older, like I was like an ECW baby. I would watch a lot of ECW. People here mention XPW, but we didn't have that on TV in New York, so we would just watch ECW.
Okay, so how did you first get started in wrestling?
I went to a one-day tryout for fun. You know, I was in the gym with my friend. We're both wrestling fans, and I was just talking a lot, like, "Oh, I'm gonna try out for WWE." That's a joke. And through some miraculous way, I found out about Santino's one-day tryout, and I went, and I actually did really good. Not to boost my own ego, I was probably the best one at that one-day trial. So I was like, "Oh, let me run with this, see what I could do."
Okay, so how long have you been a professional wrestler?
I've debuted November 23rd, 2018, so that's like about almost 8 months on the dot. I debuted 8 months ago.
Wow, that's great. You're still up and coming.
Yeah, I'm not young though. I'm an old man, but I'm still a rookie.
So how long did you train before you had your first official match?
About 6 months in, I had a match at a private show with Jake Atlas, but I had a mask on. Santino's will make you wear like a mask to see if you're ready. So like if you do bad, it won't affect your name. So I had to wear a mask, but I did pretty good. And then I don't think I made my debut on the 23rd until it might have been 7 or 8 months after I started training. So relatively quick, because some people take up to 2 years before they debut. So all in all, I think 7 to 8 months before I debuted my first official match.
Okay, so you said you had the match with Jake Atlas. So who was the second match against, you said?
The official debut as myself was against RJ Santos. So we debuted together.
How was that match?
It was fun, you know. I mean, I've wrestled him so many times since then. Looking back on my first matches, it's like, wow, this is pretty bad. You know, because you keep getting better and better. So, but I thought it was fun. You know, that's my guy. What up, RJ? I can't wait to kick you in the face again if you see this.
So it's safe to say you have a few matches under your belt now. Do you have any like favorite opponents to work with?
Not yet. I mean, I work a lot with Jake Atlas at the school, so I feel like if we had like a championship match a few months ago, but I've gotten better since then. So I feel like if we have another match, it would be way better. And then also RJ Santos, I put a lot of work in with him, so I think those two, I know them like the back of my hand. They know me, so we have a good flow when we wrestle each other.
Okay. So do you have an opponent that you have not worked with that you would like to work with here in the local scene?
I mean, I was scheduled to wrestle Brian Cage, which would have been a real big match, but he had gotten hurt. So I think Brian Cage would have been a big match for me. But I ended up wrestling Shad from Crime Time, which was also a big match. But I think I still want a shot at Brian Cage because I had to come up with all these ideas. So I'd say he's who I pretty much want to work with. As far as the indie scene, like I'd say Brian Cage would be one of the biggest ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so since you are still up and coming now, What has been some of the best advice that you have been given since you've become a pro wrestler?
Stay humble. I had gone to a show, Maverick Wrestling, just to help out and do security. And then somebody got hurt, so they threw me in a 6-way match. And then they also had me do a spot with Killer Cross and Bob Holly. And this is one of my first matches ever. But then I cut a promo on them, and then I ended up kicking them in the balls, like at the end of the night. And I talked to Holly and Cross, and they were both really nice and really humble, as opposed to some indie guys you meet who aren't really anybody, and they have like a big ego, and they're never gonna make it. Cause like this is a business where you shouldn't have an ego. Yeah, if you're John Cena or Shawn Michaels, maybe you develop an ego, but I feel like you should always treat people with respect, and I've learned that. People think because my character is such a jerk and a heel that like I'm a bad guy, but in reality, you gotta be humble, respectful, and that goes a long way, and I've learned that.
That's great. Great advice. So, do you have a favorite match to be a part of?
Favorite match that I was a part of?
Yes.
What's my favorite match so far? I'd say me versus Jake for the title was big, because I'm still brand new, Some people wait years to wrestle for the Santino's title at least. And I was able to do it within months. So I'd say that's my favorite match, even though I could do better. I'm sure we can have a way crazier match now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So if you could have a match with anyone from the past, present, or future, who would it be?
Anyone ever? Oh, man.
There could be multiple. It's okay.
Undertaker's my favorite wrestler of all time, but I don't know if I would want to wrestle him. I think he would beat the garbage out of me. Who would make me look good? Wrestling is all about who can make you look good and who you. I think I could right now. I could wrestle AJ Styles right now, and he'd probably make me look like $1 million. So I would wrestle AJ right now, because he would probably make me look better than I am. I can't think of anyone in the past. Or Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect is really good.
That's great. Well, do you have any upcoming shows?
Yeah, I gotta check my phone. I have mad shows coming up. The next Santino show, I want to say it's August 17th in Southgate. I'll be wrestling Che Cabrera. I have other shows, San Francisco, Anoki Dojo. I just don't know the dates off the top of my head.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the little podcast today, the short one today. But is there any way people can follow you on your social medias?
Yeah, Slice Boogie. SLICE BOOGIE. That's my Instagram, Twitter. Not gonna give you my Facebook because I don't need anybody stalking me and all that. I'll smack you if you try to stalk me. But that's pretty much it. Slice Boogie, man. You already know. New York, what up? Queens.
Okay, so we've come to the end. Thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast. I'm sorry.